name's Naomi Workman. I'm artist in residence here at ESMoA. I would describe my work as, the first thing that I always say is figurative. There is always a person in my work. That is my interest point, I think, observing others. What LA has given me is all the themes and motifs around that I can pick from, but that freshness, that able to look at something new and see it differently. I've been really surprised that I have drawn automobiles, cars, aeroplanes. If you look at the work, you can tell I'm here, you can tell I'm near the airport and LAX. So exploring that has been, really surprising that I've been interested in that. The thing that I learned straight away is the ocean is so moist and the air is really heavy with water. Your paper warps. So I actually quite liked that restriction that eliminated working outside. I'm thinking about the repetition of how the ocean spray forms, and I came up with a woman swimming in the waves and she becomes the waves. But that was just the one that I did observing the ocean. It has an element of the imagination, but it's anchored in reality, which is what I'm always looking for. In the beach areas, you see people with their beach chairs going down to the beach, and I've not really seen that before. And it reminded me of like crabs walking sideways, or like with their big shell homes on their backs. It wasn't quite as silly as I wanted it to be, because there's only so much you can do with the reality of the beach chair. I studied at Royal Drawing School in London, and one of my aims when I studied there is I want to be able to draw the body. It's incredibly complex and hard. I was like, I need to get this. I think that experience has given me the tools to not be afraid to try and draw new things. And transport is incredibly hard. But when you have a residency like this, when you've been given time, it allows you to just go, I can tackle that. I can draw a car. The influence of LA, and particularly being in El Segundo, is the introduction of maternity. There's so much modern life in these drawings. Being able to be an alien to the place has allowed me to focus on that, or see that, which I think is such an amazing fertile space for creativity. And I've been particularly influenced by satire, social critique, and humour as well. I've always wanted to have humour, my sense of humour in my work. It's quite a scary one to tackle, and that I'm always playing with that balance of strangeness as well. I'd like someone who's viewing the work to enjoy seeing that strangeness, to look at LA through this lens, the way that I've been experiencing it. One thing you notice, particularly in the beach areas, is how much everyone looks after their bodies, is very toned and muscular. So I made a drawing about someone being pumped up, their muscles being pumped. So that's where the humour comes in a little bit. I like to be quite playful with the stories. When I'm travelling around LA, I'm thinking about LA River, the creek, or where you pick up these little concrete rivers, which is one of the strangest things I could possibly ever see, is a concrete river. So things like that will get me going on to researching, like, who thought this was a good idea to destroy nature in that way? But it has the functionality of prioritising no flooding at the expense of nature. So these are just all the things that I'm thinking about when I'm making these. ESMoA feels like a very safe space. Anything is possible, and I think I love the high ceilings as well in the studio. It gives you a lot of space to breathe and think. There's no pressure to have an outcome. That changes everything. If someone's like, you need to do this or you need to do that, that external pressure can actually, I think, zap creativity sometimes. It can be a balance, but this particularly allowed me to pull out from my ambition something that I really wanted to do. I don't have to think about it, it's just realising it.